Hello. In this video, I am going to discuss about composite design pattern. It is a type of structural design pattern. So first we will go through an example and then we will take a look at the code. Okay, so this pattern is used in scenarios where you want to decompose an object into a tree structure. For example, let's say it's a very simple example. You have a sentence. Now that sentence, can be broken down into words, and then those words can further broken down into letters. So let's say the sentence we have is how are you? Okay. Now, this can be breakdown into a word object. And so one object represent how, another is representing are, and this one can be actually represented using word, and it can also be represented using letters. So you can actually say that I want to form this sentence using these letters. Okay. So you see this sentence we are forming using both the word object and the letter object. Now this word object can again be broken down into letters. So this is H, then O and W. And same thing we can do for the R. Okay. So as you see, there are three type of objects here. So one is sentence, one is word, one is letter. Now to represent them into this uniform tree structure, what we do, we create a new type and we call it letter composite. This is the class where most of the logic for this pattern comes into the play. And now these objects inherit this type. Okay. Okay. So by doing this, what we are saying that so a sentence is a object of type letter composite. Okay. Now how do we construct this tree? So for that, uh, there is a add method in this class, and it has a parameter letter composite. Okay. So we call this add method here, and then we can add a word object to it. So if you call add and pass a word object to it, it will add to that sentence. Now same we can do for other words, and same way we can add the letters also using the same uh, add method. Okay, and here again you can add those letters using add method. Okay, so it is becoming very transparent because at which node you are, right? You don't have to remember whether it is of word type or letter type. Because it is all objects are of type letter composite, so it becomes very easy to add those object to this tree node. And if you see, this is very similar to like how we if you have worked with the linked list or binary tree, they're like linked list again. So you have a node and that references to a node of the same type. In binary tree, you have like two childs. One is left child and right child, and they both point to the same node. So the same thing that we are doing here. So now let's take a look at the code. So this is the client code. So here I am creating three objects, one for letter, one for word, and one for sentence, and then we are printing it. So let me run it once. Okay, so let's take a look into the letter composite class first, which is the heart of this pattern. So here we are creating a field called children, and that basically of type list of letter composite. So it can store one object or multiple type of objects. This is the add method that we talked about in the example. So it takes the input of letter composite and that you are basically adding to this children. Before I come to this print method, let me go through the child classes. So let's take a look at the letter class first. So this class extends letter composite. This class is basically to represent the letter. So it stores the field of one letter of type character. This is a constructor. And then it has a method that we are overriding from the base class to just to print this letter. So this is for the letter class. Now let's take a look at the word class. So again, this class extends letter composite. In the constructor, we are passing a bunch of characters in form of varx, and then we are iterating through each letter, and then we are calling. Then first we are creating a letter object. Then we are calling the add method of this letter composite, which we have declared here, to add this letter to the children field for this word object. Okay. This is for the formatting. So like when we will be printing a sentence, we want to basically add a space before this word. For the sentence class, again, we are extending the letter composite class. In the constructor, we are taking a list of collection of words, and then we iterate through each word. And then we are basically calling add method to add each word object to that sentence object. Okay, so each object basically is storing other object from via this children field. Okay, now coming to the print method. So here we are doing basically we are doing a depth first search over this tree, and so here when we are calling, let's say, the sentence object, so then it will basically iterate through first all of the children, basically all the word objects, and then we are basically recursively calling that print method on each object. Now in the example, if you remember, we added u not as a word but as letters, right? So just to demonstrate that part, what we can add that letter also to the sentence object. Okay, and now let's say if I run this code. Okay, so you see, we are able to add the letter also to the sentence object, because now sentence is it's a collection of word plus letter object, so it will be handled via this composite class. So that's it about this pattern. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.